Hi, my name is Kumana, and this is the augmented reality application I did for my final project with BCIT. So I did this for Field ID, which is a safety, compliance, and asset management company. So basically, the program can manage the assets, and the key part, the augmented reality part, is that you can view the assets in a augmented reality background. I'm gonna just go over the application. So basically, you first had to log into the application. So for this purposes, I created demo and demo account. So that's the home screen, and you see the GPS signals coming in because it needs a GPS to run, and then the GPS status is displayed here. It says GPS ready. And so it's a very simplified interface where you have three options. You can manage the assets, or you can search for the assets in a traditional way, or you can visualize the assets. Right. So for I will go first in the assets management. So basically here you add the assets and edit and delete the assets. So if you want to manage the asset types, which is actually since each asset has an asset type, you can add and edit here. I'll just show you a simple example of how you add the asset type. So if I am adding an asset type of, let's say, a computer, and then I won't have, and it's going to have multiple fields. So the fields are dynamic. You can add multiple fields here. So I had speed, and then save, and then I save. Now you see there's a computer asset type. And now if I go back and add a new asset and I pick the computer type, you'll see the speed is already showing up. The speed field we added is already showing up. So that's basically the flow of the application where you define the asset type and then you add the asset for that asset type. And any fields you dynamically added, it will show up here. And in addition to that, it will record information like a GPS and status of the asset. It's like the standard status in asset management, in use, identified, things like that. And then an identifier for the asset, which is like an ID. So that's basically the asset management aspects of the program. And now you can search for the assets, which which is standard search. In addition to that, like you can specify the dates it created and to. But in addition to that, you can search by the location. Let's say I search for all the assets that's within the 100 meters. And then you see it's showing up this house with this address, 0.06 kilometers. And then you can view the asset. Yeah, so that's a small addition to the normal search I did. And next to that, the main component is the visualizer. So let's start the visualizer now. So this only works in the landscape mode, so I'm going to turn the screen. So you see there's two main views. The 3D view, which is like in the camera background, you have the assets showing up on each location in the 3D view. And then you have a 2D view here, which shows a rough estimate of all the assets surrounding. And then the arc here shows which direction you're actually viewing, how many assets you have there. So as I move them, you see the assets are moving, and then also in both views, 2D and 3D views. So you see there so many assets, but you don't see so many assets here. You might be wondering here, but it's mostly because the one in the front is hiding the other ones. So I'm going to select this one, and then I'm going to hide that one. So now you see the ones in the back. So as you move, it will be moving around. So now I can select one of these, or I can change the selection. So as you select, you see it's highlighted. And then when you select one of these, which is a house in 92 Gillingham Road, and then you have the options like you can see it's in 300 meters, 321 meters, and identified on September 17, 2012. and then I can click the view the asset, which will go to the edit screen. And then when I come back, you can hide the asset, or you can just hide the selection, and then you see the selection is gone now. Also, you can zoom in and out, so now you have a better view. And then you change, and then yeah, close this. And then you can, by default, it starts with the 500 meters, but you can narrow it down if you want. Why don't we first refresh this, so the assets, there's a one hidden asset that we just hide, so it's going to come back. I'm going to refresh that, so it's back now. 9 assets in 500 meters. So I'm going to narrow down the distance. Now you see some of the assets are disappearing, and as you come closer and closer, they're slowly gone, and there's only one left. And that's basically it. And you can, there's a help menu, how to use this, and then it's that integration that probably should make the user too easy to use. When they're in a place, they can see all the assets around them, and then quickly go to the asset rather than going to search one by one. And it should help the user experience better. Thank you.